Rabbets on both ends. Fits in. I'm going to make sure I got it centered. Inches, 4.5. Inches is right there. That's the center line of the vise. Two by 6. 5¼ inches overall. That makes it 2 5/8 to the center line. Oops, slight mistake. It's 5.5 inches. So that makes it 2 3/4 to the center line. Maximum travel of the vise is 9 inches. I don't want to go to the full length of the vise stroke because that'll make it hard to compromise on position sometimes, and I'd like to be able to keep things close to the front for most of the work that I'm doing. So I'm going to start out with the first hole approximately 7 inches in. That gets me past the mortise that I put underneath here to allow for this step. So it's 4 inches from the vise front. That puts that mark there at 3. And the next one will be at 6 inches from that, which is 9. And 6 inches from that, which is 15. Then 21. Then 27. I'm going to be using 5/8 dowel rod. Now some people may think that's too small, but really the things that I'm doing, I'm not crushing things against the stop. I'm actually just using the stop to hold it for planing or minor assembly. So a 5/8 oak dowel pin is more than sufficient, and that way I don't have huge holes down the middle of my bench where things fall into. This is a 5/8 auger bit. You can tell that because it has a 10 stamped into the tang. Auger bits are measured in 1/16 of an inch. I want to slope the hole slightly forward so that the dowel that's in there will be pressed against the back of the hole and lock it in place. Won't drive it down, and it'll also keep the material from being able to pop up over the top of the dowel. I'm just doing a guesstimate. I'm thinking that's a pretty good angle to work from. So I'll mount the drill bit in the jaws of the brace. The advantages of using an auger bit is you don't get the blowout at the back when the drill penetrates the wood. Nice snug fit. Over time, I expect the dowel pin to wear and the hole to wear so that eventually the dowel pin will try and drop through the hole. Because I don't want to go fishing underneath the bench for the dowel pin all the time, I'm going to put a stop underneath the bench so that the dowel pin will hit this board. But I'm also going to do an extra step to it. I'm going to put a gap in there. And the gap is just going to be enough to allow the dowel pin to seat, but any junk can fall through and not cause a problem. Still using up that piece of 1x4 that has a bevel on it. I'm going to mark it where I need to cut it. And I'm also going to make the two spacers out of it too. They don't need to be very big. One's going to sit about here, and one's going to sit about here. The ends will be unsupported, but with this little bit of load on them, I don't think it'll bother anything. I got five and 3/8 in between them, in between the dog holes. That's because I put them on 6-inch center line. So I'm going to make the spacers about 3 inches long. That way they won't split as easily. They'll provide a good stop. And more than enough room for the screws to go in them. You can see how handy a bench vise is since I've started using it already. Making it much easier to make these marks and make the cuts. Make sure I don't split the block. I'm going to pilot drill the hole for the screw. And to prevent it from twisting, I'm going to put 2 screws in place. Placement isn't important on these screws or the blocks, because all they have to do is cover up the bottom of the dog holes. Slight adjustment and we're back on track. Make sure I'm square to the front of the bench.